Well, I started my live stream. We're going to see if anyone joins in. If they do, I will get out of my car. Got one person. Don't know who you are. But if you can hear me, let me know. Hey, Tony, can you hear me okay? Am I coming through loud and clear? Cool. All right. We're going to get out of my car then. See, I have one of these normal cars that has a steering wheel on the left side, not one of those weird cars that have the steering wheel on the right side. Making sure I have my keys. Had to find some place where I wouldn't risk on getting my car locked in. Started about 30 minutes later than I wanted to, but I've been working on videos since last night. All right. Let's get this tilted right. Oops. I've been doing pretty good. I have been, like I said, I went out on Friday the 28th, day after our Thanksgiving, and I went to a place called, I'm going to butcher this name, Cadenumpam Park, which is in Lewis County, which is about 72 miles from here, about an hour and a half drive. I went to some very beautiful places and did some videos. I did some videos at on the way there. I stopped at the overlook for Mossy Rock Dam, and then the Gary Stamper overlook that overlooks Mossy Rock, no, Rife Lake. And then I went to a nice place on the Cowlitz River that forms Rife Lake. Did some videos there, and I went to Mossy Rock Park. Did some videos there as well. And I've been working on those for a while. Let's see. I worked on them after Vegas Unlocked live stream. I worked till about 2 in the morning. And then I worked all day yesterday on them before their live stream as well. So yeah, been having a lot of fun. Hello, house. We're at North Point. This is a place where KGA KGY radio used to broadcast from for over 50 years in that building there, and the port facility raised their rent and they couldn't pay for it, so they had to move. And we're going to walk. Hopefully I won't lose the signal if we walk a little bit, but I'm really near the port facility. Oh, shoot, here we go. There's Dave. All right, here we go. Let's go. We'll walk over here. Got a better view of this contraption. It's about 39 degrees here. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's a sunny day. I think the warm days are all done until April. Let's see what we can get behind here. Get some shots of this stuff. Let's see. Let's see what we can get from over here. Oh, yeah, over here. This will work. Dave would probably be more interested in this than most other people. Oh, wow. We have, hopefully you can see this, but, oh, let's go this way. But here's this crane on this barge. Huge crane. And there are now 2 ships that are in. Let's take a look. And there are 2 ships in. There's the Global Discovery, and the other one was something Pine. But the port of Olympia is real busy. I'm going to have to put on my glasses to see what's going on. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're opposite. It is, isn't it, Dave? That thing's huge. I don't know what it's here for, but that thing is huge. And then there's 2 ships that are in. One of them is definitely a log ship, and the other one is something else. And they're actually working on it this evening. I showed you a ship where they were like unloading crates, and I think that's the one they're working on now. But there's this other one in the Global Discovery. So we're going to take it on a little walk now. Conspiracies, huh? Oh, the sunset. See what that looks like. Pretty much just, I'll keep watch on it. Hopefully I will get it as much as I can. But we're going to show you some other stuff here. So how's everyone doing? I've been having a fun time today working on my videos. Yesterday had a good time on Vegas Unlocked live stream. And then after that live stream, that was enough live stream. I normally go to Big T and didn't do it. I wanted to make more productive use of my time. These are doing pretty good. Sometimes they really bother me when it's cold, but they're not bothering me right now. Well, they always bother me, but not bad. Get over to the sidewalk. I'm right next to the port facility. You can see they have all these logs. But hopefully you can see. They have all these logs there. Try to make it back in time for the sun set. Yeah, that live stream last night was pretty good. Or Friday night's live stream was pretty good. It was Vegas Don's live stream last night. That's what happens when you retire. You kind of forget what day it is, which is something I like. But this is a port facility. Like I said, back in the day, this was all covered with logs. It was all part of the port facility. Thought I passed fairly good pictures of this. But yeah, back in the day, there was no fence. You could drive right down to the dock and get on a ship if you wanted, which I did back in my drinking days. Met some crewmen from the Eastern Venture, I believe it was. And we closed down the bar and then we drank on the boat. I think the more interesting stuff is up here a ways, and I'll turn around, try to make it, should have enough time to look at the sun for a little bit. Oh, I had too much fun. If you call it fun back in those days, that's what fun was. There's a bunch more logs that are going to go to an Asian market. Japan, China, Korea. Well, we'll walk down here just a little bit more. It's not as interesting as I thought it would be. Thanksgiving Day, it rained here all day long. I didn't think I was going to be able to go out, but then Friday rolled around and it was a beautiful sunny day. Just walk a few more yards here. Dave might be getting a kick out of some of this equipment, since I know that he had sold heavy equipment back in the day. It's just one more open space here I'm coming up on. I thought on a couple of those videos, after I looked at them from Mossy Rock Park, I thought they were unusable. The lake was way down. It didn't look very scenic. But I worked on those last night, did a lot of chopping and cutting, and got a couple of decent videos out of them. But you see, this is where they make bundles of logs, put them in these giant brackets, and then band them with metal bands. But this is the backside of the Port of Olympia. You see how long I last out here. It is chilly out here. Now we're going to go back the way we came. Go up here. We're going to go up here next. This is, oh, your fence blew over. Yeah, I had that problem too when on a windy day. My old fence, that was years ago. Just over the summer, neighbors and I, well, actually the neighbors, I just gave them money and they built a new fence between our house. I have really good neighbors. Really good neighbors. I'm going to walk down to this driveway here. I like doing these live streams. Keeps me connected with a lot of people. Gets me out, gets me walking. which is always a good thing. I just become so involved when I sit down in front of my computer and I start working on videos. It's like I had to pull myself away so I could go out and do this live stream. I got another video waiting for me on my back that I need to edit. This is a we'll take a look at the Olympic Mountains. It is. I just ignore everything else and just look at that video. Oh, good, they got stairs over here. A lot of people come here, it looks like, to look at the view. And here's the view of the Olympic Mountains. North of here. Those are the Olympic Mountains. They're out today. Not a lot of snow on them. That will change. All right, Tony, 300. I'm up to like 114. Good. But there's the Olympic Mountains in all their glory. Thanks, Renee. Been working really hard at it. I'm taking my editing more serious. I'm trying different things. And hello, Renee, my friend. It's nice that you're here. So this is Bud Inlet. Over there is Priest Point Park. I did some videos there this summer. And here's where the well-off people live. Certainly more well-off than I. I'm going to navigate these stairs now. In a bit. But headed back down this way. Kind of we're going to make a loop. Hello.
Hi. Come on, buddy.
Now my turn to go down the stairs. I do when I'm on a live stream, when I'm watching Vegas Dawn or Vegas Unlocked. If I see there's other live streams going on, I jump out. Just I made it down the stairs okay. We're headed this way. There is the sun. It's for Tony. See, it's just going to dip behind but if I was on the west side of Olympia, I would still be able to see the sun. Yeah, I remember when this place was nothing but a hazard. Logs everywhere. They really had to dredge the heck out of some of these places. There used to be a creosote facility right over the water where they put creosote on logs and make them, telephone poles, and they did it right over the water. After that place closed, they dredged that muck for years to get all the creosote out. I moved up here in the late 70s where things were just beginning to change, where logging wasn't king anymore as it used to be. They were going through downsizing. But this talks about, the tribes that used to live around here, the Squaxin for sure, and the history of this area, which I'm moving fast, you won't be able to read it, but that's what was here long ago. Am I still buffering? Let me know. How is the stream? Getting closer to where it's not bad. Kind of walked away from the general area here, but now we're getting closer. See if we can. There's where the sun is. Let's walk through this parking lot a little bit. But this is a good restaurant right here. I haven't eaten there in a long time. Harvest Fire. or hearth fire. But here's the sun again. Actually, it's just a big blob of light. I don't know how Tony gets his sunset pictures or sunrise pictures to look so good. I haven't figured that one out yet. Okay, back to the walk down here. Right here. Hey, Dave, and you can tell Karen that when she thinks 50 degrees is cold, I laugh all the time. But the sun is going down. They're doing this for Tony. This tourism. Yeah, you are blessed. You know, I would get things like that too if I went to the coast. So I keep warning people that I will. I haven't done it yet. So how's this sun? Is it bad looking at it? But sun's going to go down over those trees, and it still won't be a true sunset, because if I was on the west side, which is up the hill there, I would see it. Oh, good, realistic. This is hard for me to tell because, you know, I'm just a walking, talking tripod. Thumbnail view. I got to learn how to do that. Make thumbnails. On my videos, I just let uh, YouTube make my thumbnail. At least I don't have to worry about my phone overheating. So we're down to like 5 people. Used to have like 12 people on here, and that was, I think, some kind of record for me. Yeah, I have to learn how to do that, making thumbnails. I've sort of looked at it. I didn't really do anything about it. I went online and I looked. I think I know how to change the title on this on a live stream, how I can give it a title, but I haven't tried that yet. I'm going to see if I can stand here long enough to do this. There was a place to sit and make it a lot easier, but no luck on finding a place to sit here. You got places to sit if you're looking north, but not looking in the westerly direction. Oh well, hot weather, cold weather, it all reduces my battery life. There's an edit button here, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. Looking at trying to see where my battery indicator is, but I don't see one on this screen. I know some people on live stream, they go like, oh, my battery's getting low. I got to figure that out too. Yeah, thumbnails get more views. Everything gets more views. I can get to my car. Not that far from here. But I didn't bring my tripod. My long tripod, which I have. Oh, it's fairly safe here. I mean, you can get in trouble anywhere. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's why I here never edit when I'm live streaming. There's that crane again. There are the boats. I hear them working over at the dock. That was some exciting work when I did that. Oh, well, thanks, Tony. I try to make these interesting. I try to go to nice places. And I think I could have live streamed from, let's see. I think I could have, I went to a place called Ike's Kenswa State Park. I think I could have live streamed from there. No, I'm thinking of Rainbow State Park. I think I could have live streamed from there. It was just too late in the day. It was like 3:30, and they lock up the parks at dusk, and who knows what dusk is nowadays. So I got to think about that too. What is dusk? But the sun is just going behind the trees. Yeah, in the summer when it stays like light till 9 o'clock at the peak, it'll be light it only will be dark for like 8 hours. Just before the summer solstice. No, the fall, so autumn, so solstice or whatever it is. then everything starts going down back. We lose like 3 minutes a day, daylight a day, or we gain 3 minutes of daylight a day when this is happening. So right now I'm losing 3 minutes of daylight every day. But I am sorry to say this, Tony, but I'm going to have to find some place to sit down. But I'm not planning on ending right now. I just need to find a place to sit down. So let's go this way. So I hope you got enough of the sun, Tony. Sunrise, yeah, that's what it does where I live. Sun will come up around 4 a.m. at the peak. And then, it's twilight long after 9 o'clock, 9:30. And then by 10, it's fairly dark. Kind of wish it was summer now. But it's not bad. The wind is not blowing. If the wind was blowing, it would be cold, a lot colder. It would feel a lot colder. The Olympic Mountains again. Oh, Paul McCartney, unique person. I remember when seeing him with, what is his name? Oh, they did, I forget the name of the band that he was fairly successful in after he left the Beatles in the early 70s. Did Band on the Run. They did their Wings Over America concert tour. Well, oh, Wings. Yeah, that's it, Renee. Wings. Yeah, but here we are looking at the Olympics again. Do that, look at the Olympics. Yeah, Wings was a really good I saw them, the only time I saw him. That was a really good show. I don't remember them doing a lot of Beatles songs. I think they did a couple, but they mainly did Wings and maybe some of his pre-Wings stuff, but post-Beatle stuff. That was a good show. At least I get to say I saw two of the Beatles. I saw George Harrison and Ravi Shankar. I'm doing fine, Tony. I appreciate you worrying about me, but I'm doing okay. It's not like I'm out in the middle of the woods. Oh, and that thing you heard last week talking about needs a charge. That's my life alert. Got one of those. Oh, you're lucky enough to see John Lennon your Lucky Man house. Got to see him. He was gone before I could see him. Yeah, I do take a little device around with me. It works as long as it has a cell phone connection. Some of the places I go don't have cell phone connections. But I do have something, and I do tell someone where I'm going, and I let that person know where I'm at. When I talk to that person, when I email that person when I come home, and if I'm out later, I will and have internet connection. I'll email that person and let that person know that I'm okay. When I went to these places on Friday, it's like an hour and a half from my house, and this time of the year, that's like 3 hours round trip, not counting the time I spend at the sites doing videos. It, by 4 o'clock, it's starting to get dark. And that was a life moment to see John Lennon. Basketball game. Interesting that he did, what was it like? Did he do a few songs like in halftime, or was it before the game, after the game? And he did more than just a couple of songs? But you can see it's getting darker here. The mountains are changing their color. Yeah, he had a house in New York. I think he stayed in the place where they filmed Rosemary's Baby. He stayed in that apartment building. I think I remember it right. Yeah, some crazy. That was a horrible day. Man of peace. Yes, I am sitting. I found a concrete block to sit on. It's not the warmest thing in the world, but it will work. Yeah, for the first, probably 15 years I lived up here, maybe longer. I worked outside. I did construction. Started off with concrete work. That was horrible work because you had to stay until the job was finished. So if you poured something at 3 o'clock, you were there until you put a nice finish on it. So if you were 7, I'm what, 68? You're 56. I'm like 12 years older. So I was like 21 when he was shot, killed, something like that. It was a horrible day. Goes the Harbor Patrol. Yeah, 1980. That'd be 360. I'd be 20. Oh, I would think I was 23, 22 or 23. That's a depressing thing to talk about. So I hope your guys are enjoying the scenery. I'm not moving around. Yeah, I may have to do, if it gets really bad, I may have to sit inside my house and do some of these live streams. We're down to 4 people, which is okay. It is a beautiful view. I'll give you that. Looking north, it gets better. There's a place up there in the Olympics called Hurricane Ridge. Been there a couple of times. I want to not live stream, but at least go up there and do some videos. But that's a definite overnight trip. It's only 105 miles from here, but a lot of it's on a 2-lane twisty road to get there. So it's like a 3-hour drive. I could probably do it in the summer if I wanted to drive. I could live stream from my big front porch. But someone else told me it's not a good idea to live stream from my house. That person, my first video that I posted, or maybe it was my 4th one. I did my 3 concert ones. This person emailed me and said that uh, this person could found my house in less than a minute. And I didn't even show my house. I showed stuff across the street, which is a school. They found the school, and then they found my house. So I took that video down. Good advice. I do. I do have a wraparound porch with a porch swing in it. It's a nice porch. I got a big back deck too. No, I don't know if it's big, but fairly sizable. Could always do that. But the sun has gone down behind the trees. Might walk just a little bit more. I think I've rested enough. Oh, now I'm up. Let's get this back. Ain't that big. Here we go. But yeah, Tony, there's no jumping in the water here. Yeah, haters can be anywhere. You don't know where they are. Looks like the tide is still going out. But even in the summer, this water doesn't get much warmer than 10 degrees. It gets warmer than 10 degrees, 50 degrees, 10 degrees Celsius. But it doesn't get much over 60 degrees. Still pretty cold water, even in the middle of July or August. And that might look like sand. It is not. is mud and clay, and that is very slippery. Oh, we can get, at that fish hatchery I worked at back in the 80s, I was outside helping with a well repair in the middle of the night because the well broke, went down. It was 5 degrees. 5 degrees above zero, which is darn cold. So, but usually when it gets that cold, it's very, very clear outside. So it wasn't raining, but you know, when it's around 35, 27, 26 degrees, that's usually when we get snow because there can be clouds at that point. But when it gets truly real cold, it's clear like this. So it's going to get cold tonight. It's going to go below freezing. It will be cold tonight. Yeah, you can look up 5 degrees and figure out what it is in Celsius. That was probably one of the coldest nights I ever have been outside, that I had to be outside in. We're going to move on a little bit here. Probably end it soon. I've been on almost an hour now. And just went, as soon as I said end, somebody left. So it's going to get cold tonight. Probably one of the coldest night of the year so far, or the fall. If you wear winter stuff, man, that means it's darn cold outside. Your winters are lame. I wonder if you're closer to the equator than I am. I'm a long way away from the equator. I have to look that up. But I've been going on for a while now. Want to get in where it's warm, need to eat. I want to work on that video yet tonight. So I gotta end this now. That's okay, Tony. I just wish I could join in more of your live streams. Just have to catch me late, like at 2 a.m. It's like I'm like watching Big T's live stream. And that's how I saw your got on your last live stream, one about the thunderstorm. I was watching Big T and my phone went off, alerted me, and I saw that you were live. So I jumped out of his live stream and got on yours. But at any rate, I appreciate everyone who joined in and watched and stuck it out. I am going to go home and get warm. So if the weather is good next week, around 2:30 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll do another one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night or good day. I'm a little behind on watching your videos, Tony. I knew this would happen when I started doing my own videos, going out, shooting videos, editing videos, that I won't have the time to watch everything daily. So now I have a long list of alerts of videos that I want to watch, and I don't know when I can get to it. But I always look through the alerts that I get. I look for your videos, Tony, so I can get it done. But on that note, everyone have a good time. Be kind to one another. Be kind to strangers. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening or good day, good afternoon, or whatever. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.